And the microphone is on. Welcome everyone, glad to have you all on board. Happy June 14th. Is today Wednesday? What do they call that? Hump day. Halfway through the week. And boy, I'm already tired. I'm really tired today. A lot of up and down the ladders. So welcome everyone, glad to have you all here, and of course I'm your host DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream, and good to have everyone on board. On screen of course is Helemaumau crater, the lovely lava from 2:37 this morning, and doesn't look too bad, but certainly not as active as it was, so that is all good. And let's see, well, we got to get the show on the road and get at it so I can get some sleep tonight. First person in today was Grandma B, and her eyesight is improving so she can see the buttons and hit them, and there's her cookies right off the bat like that. Congratulations, Grandma B, for being first. And a big welcome to our moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy. Piggy, who is resting her tender bones. She's in her sty, probably peeking, but is going to be quiet so she doesn't move so much. And also a welcome to CND boy. There we go. Boy, that's hard to say. It's easier to say Bob, because if I say Bob backwards, it's still Bob. Dyslexia can't mess it up that much. And also a welcome to Gary 24/7 Live. He's at Skies, as well as possibly Mona Lisa Smiles and Joseph Fields Texas and Lucas Snow. You never know who's in the background as far as the moderators. And also a big welcome to all the lurkers who haven't popped out there yet, but welcome to all of you. And yep, we're looking at the Hornito that's beside the old west vent there, and that is what you see near the top of your screen, top left hand side. So pretty cool. Do we know how Piggy is today? Yes, Piggy sent me an email. She is in pain, and she's resting, and she's trying not to move around. She is comfy in her sty right now, so well, at least I hope she's comfy. I told her to stay comfy. And yeah, she's hoping this 5 days or 4 days or 3 days, I don't know what's left there, but hoping that it's over soon, and that way she can get them to go ahead with things. Poor thing, I wish they would do something. Well, they're waiting that 5 days just to see what's going to happen, and from there on they're going to make their decision as to what to do. And I certainly hope they do get that femur fixed, or some titanium in there, or whatever is acceptable for Piggy's body, and go from there. So hopefully that'll all work out. Anyway, let's have a quick peek at what it looks like right now at Helemaumau crater. And right now they're showing that vent, the parasitic vent on the side, the southwest side of the caldera, and that is what we're seeing. It's smoking, and definitely throwing up some spatter yet, but interesting that we aren't seeing more flow, but hey, we'll take what we got for right now. So that is all cool. I guess I better say hi to everyone in here. I was just going to go take a look at the earthquake map real quick, since I haven't had an opportunity to see that yet, and I don't see anything really huge on there, so we'll save all of those for when we get to the earthquakes. I think the biggest one I can report is a 5.5 on the Kermadec Island area, where all those other ones been happening. So that's something of interest, but nothing that's going to drive us crazy. Anyway, welcome to all of you. We'll start out by saying hi to Sasha and Wonky Donkey, Trevor and Sue Hayes, and Mars 2028 and Grandma B, who got the cookies today, and Silversmith, and who else we got? Kevin Williams is here. Henry Nelson also on board. Welcome, Henry and Kevin. And let's see, who else we got in here? Not quite as many people in here today, I see, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go up here. We got Dan already. Yep, Sue is here, Sasha's here, Grandma B's here. All right, going up a little bit more. Scott Hartman also on board. And Lizoid is here. Welcome, Lizoid. Super Dave 44. Welcome, Super Dave. Good to see you. And who else we got in here? Still scrolling up with my tired eyes. Brian Perfectability 999 also on board. Sandra Rockland is back. Welcome, Sandra. And who else we got in here? Sasha we got. Brian we got. Okay. Scrolling upward looking for more wonderful people. And who else we got that I haven't mentioned yet? I think I'm just about at the top. Kay Johnson, welcome. And that's it. I don't see anyone else in the list. So Grandma B throws out a gift certificate. And Kimmy got it. Congratulations, Kim Lambert. And I'm going to write that down. Grandma B, the cookie person. And that is awesome. And thank you for gifting that one gift. And that is awesome. And congratulations to Kimmy for getting that. Also, welcome to Larry. And that is great stuff. Thank you, Grandma B. And let's see, what else are we going to talk about? Well, let's talk about Hawaii for a few minutes and then we'll carry on there. Obviously, I better get rid of that big banner that's in my way. I can't see anything. There we go, got that out of there. As you can see, we're not seeing visible lava. Everything is crusted over for the most part. I mean, there are a few spots where you can see some red every now and again, so it is still active, but nowhere near the times that it was before, so that is kind of interesting, but kind of expected as well. And a quick peek at the other camera views. This one was from yesterday. Let's refresh it, and there we are today. Things to point out, well, it looks like everything over here in the southeast lava pond still kind of the same. The levels, of course, of that fresh lava are decreasing as things cool down a little bit, and we're not seeing anything really wild out in the far reaches there. Looking at the bottom left hand side there, we can see the active region, and it is there. The little toe area is getting deeper again, and the west lava vent is certainly getting deeper again. And you know, the question comes up again, where is that lava going? Because you know, a certain amount will off gas all the gases, and we lose a little bit of volume that way. But this is now about 4 or 5 meters down. For us to lose that much lava, it has to flow somewhere. So where the heck did it flow? Considering that is lower than this area, I wouldn't have thought it would not go in here, but hey, you know, you never know. But for right now, that is what we're seeing on this particular shot. Let's take a look at the other one. Again, this is yesterday's. We're going to refresh it, see what it looks like right now. There it is, and we do see that smoke on the caldera area here. I guess that would be the southeastern side, or pretty much east, not southeast. South would be off in this direction. So, yeah, eastern side for the most part. And then you can see the old Pig Island back there, and the rest is kind of out of focus, too far away to really make any comments on it. Let's leave that be. We'll go to the thermal, and I just want to see. So this is what it looks like right now, and that was yesterday's shot. Let's look at it for right now, see what the difference is. And yeah, so we're seeing less heated area over here once again. You can certainly tell that the lava level has decreased in the west lava pond. But you know, we'll give it time. We'll see what happens. There's of course the tow hole, and we're still seeing a couple of glow spots here by Pig Island, but nothing crazy. And our hotspot that used to be here forever, well, it's gone. So hasta la vista to the hotspot. Let's put it back there. Of course, this is the Hornito. That's the old west lava vent. Actually, we used to have it a little bit closer here, somewhere around here when the west vent was active, but it's redeveloped right over here. It has broken off the back area a little bit. Actually, it has broken a bunch since it was quite high before, and definitely broke off. Not sure where that lava is headed. We know it was coming through the floor area in here and then flowing out on this bottom side. So who knows what it's doing right now. Quick report on Kilauea. Let's see if we can make that a little bigger. There we go. And Kilauea volcano update. Activity continues at reduced levels. The effusive eruption within Hilauea crater waned. The fountaining activity the fountaining activity in the southwestern area of the crater floor has reduced to only small lava fountains. Yeah, I guess so. The lava flow expansion has retreated further. The main activity is focused on the southwestern and central regions of the crater floor. The active lava lake is fed by a continuous surge of lava from the northwest eruption vent, northeast eruption vent. This feature is the western lake from prior eruptions that even have been reactivated, along with a smaller circular pool just to the west of the lake. Western lake, lava lake level has not risen since yesterday. And what's it say here? The spatter cone, also called the Hornito in the southwest crater, continues to spatter fresh, juvenile, and plastic lava clots and lava flows directly onto the westernmost part of Hilauea crater. Ongoing deflation at the summit of the volcano reverted to a mild inflation in the early afternoon yesterday. Sulfur dioxide, or SO2, emissions reached 7,400 tons on June 11th. So that's a fair chunk, but nothing really outrageous. I think that is all good. We'll leave that be. Of course, that is the photo they had, and we kind of seen that in our own shots there when we were looking at it, so we're not going to worry about that. And let's leave that there. We'll go put that back on this screen for right now. and we will go off to our next place of adventure. Hi, Dr. Fox. How about talking about the time traveling lava versus V crack in the parallel universe where the lava disappeared to. Wonky donkey. I think that is too tough to deal with right now. I am not trying to cause any disruptions here, and we want to stick to factual information for now. I do understand that time traveling lava is something that is yet to be fully proven, but which alternate or parallel universe did you happen to see it in? There's a few dozen, you know that, right? Anyway, let's leave that alone. Mr. Wonky Donkey, no, you can't have your parallel universe and eat it too. I'm a clever donkey. Okay, I bet you are. It's all those carrots you eat. I bet you can see far too, huh? Oh, anyway, let's leave that alone. Okay, where are we going to go next? Well, we usually hit Iceland, so let's do that. And we'll get over to Iceland. There is the city of Reykjavik, looking gloomy and cloudy and rainy in the distance. And of course, this is at 23:17 or 11:17 p.m. there. And yes, it still looks like pretty much daylight on a gloomy day. So we will leave it as that. What's this? Frank McLeod is here. Howdy. Okay, he's saying hi to everyone. The universe. Universe. Multiverse there, Frank. The multiverse. It's something that you have to get used to. There's more than one. And apparently... And some are, it's hard to say that they're parallel universes because we really don't know if they are in perfect parallel formation. So much universe and so little time. Well, Cookster, you got to remember, time is something that man created as far as, timing out event A to event B. So if you step outside the box on that one, time is truly irrelevant. It is. Anyway, let's leave that conversation be. We'll back up about 10 hours or so and see what it looked like there in Reykjavik. And this is about 10 hours ago, I hope. Yep, it is, and doesn't look that much different than what it did about 10 hours later. Anyway, that is from 13:13 or 1:13 in the afternoon, and really not that much different than what it is now. So we'll put it back to live. It might be a slight bit darker now, but different clouds. I blame the clouds. Let's go to, by the way, this shot is from the Perlin Center there in Reykjavik. And the next shot is also from the Perlin Center. And that is of the regional airport. And we can see that there. Unfortunately, the fog and overcast kind of sky is not allowing us to see anything off in the distance. We're going to back this one up about 10 hours as well and see what it looked like. And there we are, still not that great. You can see more cloud texture, that's about it. Unable to see a Kilauea out here in the distance. So yeah, kind of a gloomy day. Almost reminds me of Edmonton today. Similar weather. Although we did have rain, and you all know we do need that rain here. So that is what we've got going on. Why is that so close? There, that's better. All right, so all good for that one. Let's put that one back on live. We'll go to the next shot, and I'm afraid we're not going to see a heck of a lot right now. That is the Reykjanes Peninsula, right near the lighthouses where that camera is located. So let's go back about 10 hours and see what it was like. It was raining. If we go back a little bit more, this is 10 hours and 24 minutes ago, we do see the steam geyser continuing to do its thing. The power plant over here, geothermal power plant. Do not confuse this one with the other one that is off in the distance by the Blue Lagoon. These are two separate geothermal power plants, and this one just happens to be a little bit closer to the lighthouse than the other one. Other than that, that is kind of it for that site. We know it was raining, we've seen that, so we'll leave it as that. There's the current condition there. Going to make that one smaller. I forgot to make the other one smaller as well. There we go. And let's go to this one. And of course, that is Katla underneath there somewhere. Underneath all those clouds and the snowpack or ice pack or whatever you want to call it. Looking not bad, and not so many people there today. I think kind of a humdrum day for the most part of what we're seeing. And let's back that up about 10 hours as well, see if things were any better. Well, how about 9 hours and 30 minutes ago, roughly. No, it was actually worse. Had a lot more people out there, though, but other than that, it was what it was. Ooh, they got the tractor cleaning the sidewalks. Pretty awesome. I want to drive that. Or are they sweeping? Or no, they're hauling dirt. They're going to fix their potholes up there. All right, let's leave that site alone and make that smaller as well. The other one, of course, a slightly different angle for Katla. And we can't go back on this one, but that's what we're seeing on the other camera view. So let's leave that be, and we'll move over to the harmonic tremor charts. And let me get on there and refresh that. I did update it just a little bit ago, but there we go. All right, so what are we seeing in our charts? The purple, or extremely low frequency, and we are seeing it definitely rose up again from the lower echelons here, and continued to build up, and then kind of leveled out. That's our purple color. And then of course the seismicity will be our green, and it came up and then went crazy and then came back down and leveled out right around here, and our tectonic action kind of followed suit, and then we had something weird going on. I'm not sure what all that was about, and a big spike, so something likely moved. Anyway, there we see the drop, and hopefully it will pick up again. Let me just do something here. There we go. And let's get to our next chart. We're going to take a look at Askja and see what Askja was doing today as far as activity. Oh, there it is. So that's Askja, and a kind of a weird scenario here. We almost have our tectonic plate movement above the red and the purple and the green, which is kind of neat. Makes you wonder what the heck is going on. Anyway, that blue, of course, is a tectonic movement. The red is typically our lava movement, and our green is typically the seismicity. So green seismicity, tremor for the blue, and magma for the purple. Anyway, let's go down to the next one. We're going to take a look at Grindavik. No, not Grindavik. We're going to look at Grimsey first. So let's have a look at Grimsey and see what it looks like. And I think we're missing a little bit of data from Grimsey. Looks like right around midnight there they had a quake, or just after midnight. And we see a general downfall in our magmatic, seismic, and what we see here, and the tectonic, but the tectonic rebounded the most. We'll see what happens in the future. That, of course, for Grimsey, up in the northernmost part, it's actually its own island, the island of Grimsey, and that is cool. And we'll carry on. This is a Fragedalfjall. No, this is Grindavik, to the southwest of Fragedalfjall. We see that it started out at a pretty steady pace, then shot up all the way up to here, and we also see the green poking out at about that same level, and some pretty heavy-duty activity for tectonic movement or small quakes for what we're seeing on this chart anyway. And let's go over to one more chart, and that will be, of course, Kristuvik. And Kristuvik is on the northeastern side of Fragedalfjall, and of course Grindavik is on the southwestern side. Anyway, here we see in the Kristuvik chart definite rise in magmatic activity up to a fairly substantial amount. We also see the blue heading up, and that's our seismicity. And at the beginning of the day, the bottom fell out, and then it started to regain everything going upward here. Still quite low, though. We do see that extra spike. Makes me wonder where the heck that earthquake actually is, but we'll leave that be for right now. That is, of course, our review of what's happening in Iceland. We'll see if there is more stuff going on there later. And let's get us back to Fragedalfjall. Where is it? Not there. We'll try that one. It looks like an impersonator, but we'll try him anyway. And, I messed that up. A little too fast on the old hamster today. Anyway, there we go. We'll leave that be, and we'll have a quick peek at the earthquakes for today. And as you can see, in the number 61 quakes, that's all we see. So nothing too cool or fancy, and we'll leave that alone for right now. It is just about break time, so we will do that. I'm going to put you back on our freshly canned lava. Well, okay, how about the real thing? Let's make that go. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave it here for the duration of the break. Of course, they will be panning around all over the place. So for those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, give it a quick bop, help us out, and share us out. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing if you feel we've earned it. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to take a little break, and I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks. I'll be back. Okay, that microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, who is yawning like crazy. And glad to have you all here. I'm still trying to figure out what you would really use on an old wrinkly volcano other than oil of old volcano. But anyway, thank you for the welcome backs from Mars 2028, and also Sasha. So Wonky Donkey asked all the ladies what kind of moisturizer you would use on use on the lava, and the men answer. Thanks, Sue. And yeah, isn't that odd? Why aren't the women answering? Good point. La Creme de Volcano would be my choice. Okay. I guess wonky donkeys have strange exceptions. Yeah, except me. All right. I'm done half lurking for now. Actually, I turned into a full lurking. Mars. Can I lurk too? Don't mind me if I fall asleep while I'm lurking. Anyway, there's the a little spatter cone on the screen. That is live, of course, and that is pretty good looking right now. We do see some lava popping up every once in a while, and the flow coming out of it. So that is awesome. Down in the bottom here, you can see that flowing out. That is pretty cool. For a parasitic vent, not bad. What? Sarave de lava. Oh, Sasha. Okay, if you say so. Anyway, let's get over to our earthquakes before I fall asleep. Maybe that'll help me speed up and wake up. Need to find that map. Last 24 hours we had 60 quakes. And we'll continue looking at things real quick here. Of course, that is our Reykjanes Peninsula, and for those who are not familiar with it, up here is where Reykjavik, the capital city, is, and we always show those photos of the video from the Perlin Center. There's the Perlin Center right there, and the rabbits live over here. We know that. That is where they hide. And anyway, there's that regional airport and the look of the city of downtown and that area. So that is Reykjavik. And of course, over here we've got Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbær, Yardvik. And if we slide over a little bit, and right in there's the Blue Lagoon and the power plant. And of course, down further here, when we talk about the lighthouse, there is where the lighthouse is located, and that little asterisk there is about where that camera is. And of course, there is the location of that major steam vent or geyser, and the other power plant, so you don't confuse the two. There are two geothermal power plants. Anyway, that is all good. And of course, Grindavik over here. And we'll take a look. You see the outline here. That outline, of course, depicts what Fragile Fjeld is like. And there is the location of Ragnar, and that is the Siggy Fisher. Up in the top end near Kilauea, we do see a few quakes. 0.8, 3.4 clicks down, 1600 was the time on that one. 1610, a 0.3, 3.8 clicks down. 0 from 1740, 2.7 kilometers down. And there's 3 of them here in the top corner. 0.11, 4 kilometers down, 6 a.m. 6:35 in the morning, 0.13, 3.3 kilometers down, and a 0.08, very small, 2.997, almost 3 kilometers down at 3:08 a.m. And that is in that area. So I'm still not sure what caused that spike. the major one around noon, because I don't believe these were around at that time. And no, so what gives? Must have been one of the other quakes then over here. Let's take a look. That is Krusevik, as mentioned before, to the northeast. And this one is a 0.56, 7 kilometers down from 1430. Next one is from 1423, 0.11, 3.3 clicks down. And that one from 1234, and that is 0.81, 4 kilometers down. And I don't think those would have caused that either. Things are strange. Anyway, 0.2 down here, 4.7 kilometers down, 1845. 0.89, 6.6 clicks down, 1234. And we got a couple stacked up. One of them is a 0.41, 6 kilometers down from 340 this morning. And there are a couple other ones underneath there. A 0.69, 6.3 kilometers down, 336. And a 0.68, 6.5 kilometers down from 335. So that's those guys. Carrying on a little bit, we got a 0.6, 6.8 kilometers down, 1954, and from 2:51 a.m. a 0.27, 7.2 kilometers down, and then we've got a 0.07, 7.5 kilometers down, 5:17, and the one hiding behind it is a 0.89. There we go, 7.4 kilometers down. 32 minutes after midnight, and then we got a whole little stack right here, and that is a little odd, but hey, we'll go through them, see what we've got. 1.473 kilometers down, 2:22 a.m. 1.41, 2.9 clicks down, 2:19. 0.38, 2.2 clicks down. From 2:47. Next one is from 2:21 a.m. 0.37, 2.3 kilometers down. 0.27, 2.8 clicks down. 2:02 this morning. 0.27, 3 kilometers down. 2:26. 0.81, 3.2 kilometers down. And that is from 2:20 this morning, and the 0.4, 2.8 clicks down, 5:06 a.m. Another 0.4 from 1:52, and that was 2.5 kilometers down. Then we've got this guy here, from 2:08 a.m. a 0.53, 2.6 kilometers down for him. And down here 0.53, 3 kilometers down from 2:14 this morning. 0.47, 3.2 clicks down from 2:21, and this one from 11:44. 0.97, 3.2 clicks down. And next one is a 0.63, 3.5 kilometers down, 6:23 a.m. So that is what we got there. We got a little tiny 0.1 over here, all by himself, 4.2 kilometers down, 23:52 yesterday. And we'll leave those be. And what did he say? One fish is here. Welcome, one fish. And Kim Rodenbush, that's a spike, was my fault. I realized that tomorrow, that's what tomorrow is. Oh, okay, well, if you're in the future, get me the winning lottery numbers, please, for tonight. 1.2 over here at Catlef, 5.2 clicks down, 14:18. And the next one right within the caldera, 0.47, 34 meters down, likely ice movement. 11:52 was the time on that, and then we got two right on top of each other. A 1.27, 42 meters down, likely ice as well, and that would have been from 11:50. Let's get that. There it is, a 0.3, 1.1 kilometer down from 21:02. 1.52, 53 meters down, and that's more ice movement. 5:34 a.m. for that guy, and 135 meters down, likely ice as well for that 1.1 from 10:38. So that is what's happening at Katla. And hey, it's Robert S. Roberts. How's it going, Simo? Hope you're doing all right. 9:13 a.m. a 0.45, 11.1 clicks down, and then we got a 0.3, 5.2 kilometers down from 2112. Nothing at Grimsvatn. Bardabunga has only got one, and that is a 0.7, a 7.9 kilometers down, 23:55 yesterday. Nothing directly at Askja. We go to the east a little bit though, a 0.12, 8.1 kilometers down, 35 minutes after midnight for him. 0.17, 7.5 kilometers down from 6:43, and he had a 0.25 underneath there. 7.1 clicks down from 4:29. Getting closer to Herdebreit, we got this from 4:15 a.m. 1.25, 9.8 kilometers down, and a 0, 4.5 kilometers down from 22:42. And that is that group. Let's carry on further north and see what else we've got. 0.45, 6.6 clicks down, 11:12. Then we've got a 0.5, 4.3 kilometers down from 11:27. 0.66 from 5.9 kilometers down, 9:41. And the next one is a 2.59, 5.3 kilometers down, 9:39 is the time on that one for this morning. And let's grab these two first. 0.4, 5.2 clicks down, and that's 18:21. A 0.7, a 5.3 clicks down, a 17:22. Zooming out a little bit and going over to the other three here. A 0 from 5:46 a.m., 11.1 clicks down. A 0.66, 10.1 kilometers down from 12 noon, and a 0.92, 10.3 kilometers down, 11:37 is the time on that. Then we see a 0.19 by himself, and that is from 13 kilometers down from 14:03. And the last one for wonderful Iceland is a 0.78. 10 kilometers down, and that is from 13:11, not too far away from Grimsey, but not too close either, so all good. And Kia ora there, Mr. Grenzed. Good to have you on board. All right, so that's our earthquakes for Iceland, and as I mentioned, you know, I'm always happy to see quakes in the Fagradalsfjall area, and keeping fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll see something in the future there, and a more immediate future, if you will. Carrying on though, let's go to our next place of fun and joy and all those nice things, and see what we've got happening, and hopefully we'll see something over there in the Azores. So let's go to the Azores really quickly before our carriage turns into a pumpkin. There we go. And there's the island of São Jorge. That's the island we're on, or São Jorge if you want to say it in Portuguese. There's the village. There, of course, is one of the harbors, one of the villages. You can see some lights off in the distance. That is a Pico Island, and not the greatest visibility today. Let's move over to the next shot here. You can kind of see this as a cove, and we're not seeing a heck of a lot of whitewater down here. The clock is still moving, so we should be able to see it. but looks pretty calm there today, so at least that's okay. And thanks, Sue, for that 5-minute warning. That's all cool. Looking at this, yay, we have a couple of quakes, and there we go. Some shaking on Sao George, a 1.5 from 1359, and the other one is a 2.0 from 1405. So we haven't seen any quakes there for 14 days, and that is pretty awesome to see that. So a little bit of activity there on Sao George. This, of course, is Pico Island, Fayal Island, Terceira over here, and of course then you've got San Miguel over on that end. Let's go to the other map real quick. I did refresh it. I'm going to do that one more time, and then we'll make it bigger and see what we've got. That should be big enough. All right, so starting out, looks like we do have quite a few quakes in here. 16 hours ago, 2.75 kilometers down from 8:08 GMT or UTC this morning. Next one, 23 hours ago, 2.9. We seen him yesterday, 1:15 a.m. GMT. I think we did anyway. This one is a 2.22 kilometers down from 1:30 this morning. And then, of course, we have the two quakes. Whoop, I want to zoom in, not move. How about we do that? So, yeah, we already talked about them. One is 10 hours ago, 2.1 according to them, and 10 hours ago for the 1.5. And they are saying a 0 and a depth on the 1.5, and the other one is 7 kilometers down. So a little spread of activity. And over here on Terceira, we see a 10 hours ago 2.2, and that was 12 kilometers down, quite deep from 1414 today. Zooming out again a little bit, and we'll see there's a couple more. 21 hours ago, 2.1 surface quake from 2:36 a.m. And the next one is this one, 2.3, and that came in at 4:50 a.m. and a surface quake. So that is what we've got there. Zooming out a little bit to show you where we actually are, and I want to kind of line that screen up just a little better. That's better. Anyway, gives you a pretty good idea. There is the Azores in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. You can see the mid-Atlantic ridge. The other line going this way is the East Azores Fault. There's your Canary Islands. There's Portugal and Spain, France, and Wales and England and Scotland in the top, and of course Ireland there. And on the other side of the pond we've got Newfoundland and Sue waving hi from Cole Harbour there in Nova Scotia, and that is all cool. So, and of course up top here you can see Iceland and Greenland. All right, that is pretty much it for the Azores. We can leave those be. And there we go. Dan is waving too. Are you out there too, Dan? Somewhere out in that end of the world? And Wonky Donkey says, Dr. Fox, it's going to be Kim's birthday tomorrow. Make sure you inform the local fire brigade to be on alert. So the eastern half of the United States needs to be in full alert for tomorrow. And I hope all those candles don't burn things down. We'll have to find where the location of the waving across the ocean. Oh, okay, Dan. No worries. You can do that. I'll let you. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to be an awful lot of fire over there for that, Kim. But yeah, check for, we can spot it on the satellite images, likely the SO2 map, where we can see the spot that is going up in flames the guard shack, that is, that we'll see. And from Western UK. Okay, no worries there, Dan. All cool. I didn't actually know that, so that's cool. And okay, Sue is waving back at you. I don't know how well you can see each other. Time to go back to the Lurkers Lounge, Mars 2028. Make sure my cot is ready. I need to go have a nap for 5 minutes. I am dead tired today, you guys. Anyway, let's go and put you back over here and let you watch the live lava pond shrinking or losing lava. Dr. Fox, look on the map north of Philadelphia tomorrow for the extra SO2. I think we'll see that. I'm looking through my telescope. Okay. For those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, give it a quick bop. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're sitting in the Lurkers Lounge, consider subscribing if you're enjoying the show. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, who's going to go have a nap for 5 minutes. I'll be back. I promise. Well, I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try real hard. If I don't come back in 5 minutes, Sue, phone me. Wake me up. Hang on. Where is my phone? Oh, I see where it is. That'll be okay. Here's some music. Keep smiling. I'll be back. With bacon seeds. And the microphone is back on. I'm kind of still awake. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. And welcome to Anita. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you back on board. Thank you, Sue and Henry and Hermione and Fluffy, for the welcome backs. That is awesome. And let's see, where are we off to now? Mars 2028 sending a welcome back, Dr. Fox, trying to get more Pepsi. Oh, I'd love some. Oh, hang on, I got some. Never mind. And thanks, one fish. Okay, it is bacon seed time, so let's do that. And I hope I've done this correctly. Let me just double check because I think I may have messed it up. I just want to make sure I got it right because sometimes I forget to do what I need to do, and I did forget. So I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing, and we'll fix up the bacon seed issue here. All right, so here we go over to the bacon seeds. And that is what we've got for the last one from yesterday. Piglet pictures, yeah. Yeah, I kind of know that there, Mr. One Fish. You're lucky it's not a fish pictures. Over that barbecue. Anyway, our wonderful piggy, even though she's stuck in her sty, did send us more, and here we go. So here's the first one for today, and of course that guy is having some wonderful watermelon. I don't know if he needs it. His belly certainly looks like he's consumed a half a watermelon already, but let's take a look at the next ones. And I'm not sure what this guy is complaining about. I think he might be moving that log around a little bit, and he's huffing and puffing. I hope he's okay. Anyway, that is all good. Next one on the agenda. Oh, he's eating trees, possibly. And not sure what that guy is eating, but he can do things that most humans can't, and that's curl their tongue. That is a pretty neat trick for a pig, and that is awesome. Next bacon seed is this little guy, a little fuzzy one, just a young'un, and this is indeed a little bacon seed with some spots, shrooms. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. Anyway, like seeing that little guy. Next one is, more little ones with spots sleeping. And look at how cute that is. Happy little pig, and enjoying his siesta. And that is awesome. Let's go to the next one. And here's another one sleeping. Boy, this is not good for me right now. Look how happy and content that pig looks. I really want to have a nap. I really am super tired. And here's another one sleeping. How come they get to sleep and I don't? I have to be here and put on a show. Oh boy, even this one is sleeping. Look at this. Smiles, they all got smiles. They're all happy. This one's got little booties on and a sweater. I want a sweater too and booties. Next one is, here's another one that's all cuddled up. How dare they do that to me? And boy, oh boy, I am really getting tired now. Let's see what our last bacon seed for today looks like. Hopefully this one is having a party or something. And oh no, this one is sleeping too. This is a really a tiny little newborn, and having a nap. That is wonderful, and a smile to boot. So yeah, really awesome little piglets, and great looking bacon seeds for today. Piggy, if you're listening, thank you very kindly. and we appreciate everything that you do help out with. So all good. And let's leave that there. Let's go over to our secret volcano. And there may be some fox foolery going on here with our secret volcano. And I'm going to put it up there. And I am not going to say much. Hey, Tetra is here. Welcome, Tetra. This one is cute. Fits in the hand. Perfect. Yep. All right, here's our secret volcano for today. And I am not going to give any hints. How about that? Yeah, I know. That's so mean of me. And no, it's not Ruapehu. Sorry, Henry. And yeah, I know. Cookster Littlefield. Cookster, you're spoiling the fun for everyone. No, Cookster got it. It is, Cookster's got it already, and he has got it right. It is a Stromboli, believe it or not. That is a Stromboli. I'm paying Mars back. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I was just going to say that. This says Kevin Williams. Awesome. I thought this was going to be a little tougher, but congratulations there, Cookster, and we'll see if we can get you some cookies here. And let's see, a stack of cookies coming up, and we'll get those in there. There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, obviously that didn't work as a trick. I feel bad now. I thought this was going to be a little tougher than what we've seen. Which one is it? This is Stromboli. There, one fish. That's inside a vent, crater. It looks like what? Bid it? Bide it. It's pretty cool. Okay, he said Urta Ale also. No, he did say that was the first one he came up with from what I seen. Who said Urta Ale? Sasha said Urta Ale. It's a Cookster that got it right off the bat there. So never never saw that picture. Oh, okay. Well, that is cool, but. Yeah, it is an interesting shot. I thought it wasn't a very popular photo, so I thought we'd throw that one in, and all good. So, yeah, congratulations for getting that right. And I thought it was kind of a neat shot, and I thought it was worthy of having a little peek at it, because it was all right. It's what the furnace. It's a furnace. Yep. I've never seen the inside of a Stromboli. Well, now you have the caldera, and that is pretty cool. I'm not sure when this photo was taken, but it is fairly recent. So, and it was apparently done with a drone, and that is a pretty good shot. I like it anyway. Pretty neat. Okay, let's get over to our next volcano, and let's see if I can find it. Where are you? There you are. I found you. There it is. It's called Popocatépetl. And this one happens to be in Mexico, about 70 kilometers southeast of Mexico City. And right now you can see some pluming coming out, a lot of white gases. Basically during the day, most of the time it was not producing too much, but we do have some activity about an hour and 7 minutes ago, if I'm correct. And there we go at 1712. And you can definitely see some tephra being ejected right there. Definitely some pluming, very cool, and the wind still blowing the plume the other way, so hard to make a judgment on how far that was going. Let's take a look at one of the other shots here, and this one, of course, looking at the sun. You can see the plume though, and it's not going that far, so all good there. I'm going to put it back on this one, and we'll go back a little bit, and this is about, here's another shot about an hour and or a half ago or 2 hours ago. So 1626, it was working away a little bit. And again, 3 hours ago at 1518, we see a little bit of puffiness. During the day was not quite so busy, but we do see some more here. 1229. So it's definitely not out of it yet, but you know, we hope that we see some more action. This morning was a little quieter though, and we didn't see a heck of a lot. 8:25 a.m. You see the off-gassing and pluming there. But I'm looking at the top of the caldera here. It looks like we may have had some more action during the night, but unfortunately we can only go back about 12 hours, I think, and that is about there, and it doesn't let us go back any further, or does it? No, it's a 12-hour mark. That's it for this one today. And that is what we've got. So not bad, and we know it's still active, but in my opinion it's calmed down a bunch. We'll see what else we got here. Next volcano on the list is this pile of clouds. It's a cloud pile. Somewhere underneath that cloud pile is Fuego, and this is in Guatemala. And that's not too far away from the city of Guatemala. Let's see what this looks like. Yep, some kind of plume coming out of there. I think that volcano is hiding in the clouds and doing things so we can't see. And let's see if we can find a spot or two that is open. Have to probably go back. Yep, we have to go back quite a ways. There we go. That is at 9:10 a.m. We can see that plume coming out. So Fuego looks like it's back in business, and nice to see. There we go. This is at 8:40 a.m. Quite a big gray ash plume coming out. Very dark ash as normal. You know, that's how it's been acting before. So before all that major eruption, it now seems to have regained its strength. So all cool. Anyway, looking pretty decent. A couple more shots there. That was from about 7:02, 7 a.m. ish, and we did see another one here about 35 minutes after 6 a.m. and you can see that plume coming up out of the vent itself, and the off-gassing as it continued this morning for doing its thing. So pretty cool. Stromboli is filled with various Italian cheese and usually Italian cold cuts or vegetables. And they have some tomato paste on there, some herbs and oregano, and what else is on there? I can't remember. Anyway, getting back to that live shot, that's the present view of Fuego in Guatemala. Let's leave that scene be. Did I make the other one smaller? No, let me do that. Make sure they're all smaller. Let's go to this one. This was a Messiah volcano a little further south. And what is it? Where the heck is Messiah? What is it? Nicaragua. Okay. Anyway, I refreshed it. It still seems to have a lot of lava glow down there. So I'm very happy to see that. this volcano being a little bit more active as of late, and that is nice. This is from 1914, and not the year but the time, and that's today's photo. Next one on our list is the one we can't see, and of course that is Rincon de la Vieja, and it's not going to be visible, and that is what we've got. So let's leave that there, and we'll move on, and I want to show the ones further south. This of course is down south in Chile, where it is chilly, and this was from early this morning. You can see the sunrise at Lascar from 7 a.m. onward kind of thing, and look not bad. We do see a little bit of off-gassing from the crater, and nothing too major, and we'll leave that be there. We'll go to the next view. Laguna del Mole, of course, still has lots and lots of snow sitting up top. It's not melting. The water, though, doesn't look like it's frozen down here, so kind of makes you wonder. And the third shot, of course, is Villarrica. What is going on? There we go. And you can see it as the sun came up. It did show the very whitish-looking Villarrica with some steam coming out, and you can see a little bit of glow there when we could see it. So we know that it is active, and that is a pretty good shot. Let's actually refresh this, and we will see if we have some decent shots still from the nighttime views. I don't think we do, but you know, it could be a possibility. Looks pretty quiet there at Lascar, and I don't think we've got a Villarrica out there. Well, we can't see anything from the looks of it. So that is at 1940, 1950 their time, and onward to whatever it is, 1920, no, 20, what is it, 2021 or 2020, something like that. Anyway, let's leave that be. We're going to carry on to our next volcano. I'm very, very tired, so I need to keep moving forward so I can get a nap. Next one is this scene. This is for Merapi, and I'm not sure if Merapi will make us happy. Backing up in time a little bit. There we go. We do see a little bit of that glow up top in different places. So normally that lava moves down that side. We are seeing some glow right here, as well as over in the other portion of the caldera up top. Very interesting to see that, but really didn't give us that much lava. And here's their full screen version of the other spot, and I'm wondering if we can see some lava there. Let's see if we back that up a little bit more carefully. We might be able to see just a trickle or so. Ooh, what was that? Something got really bright. Not sure what that was about, but it messed up our picture. Okay, let's leave that be. And we went back a little bit more at 1:47 a.m. their time. That's what they were seeing there. Really nothing too wild. So let's go to about here. And there you can see a little bit of that bacon flowing out. 1:23 a.m. as it slides down the hill. So not too bad. What's that? She, her, senora, madame, frau, miss, but I wouldn't say a lady. Oh, okay. It's a great stream. Foxtonians headed out. Cookster, be good and take care, and stay safe. And let's see, and what else? It just came in to guess the volcano and get the cookies. I knew it. I knew it. That's what it is. Anyway, a little bit of bacon there for you, and we'll leave it as that. It is break time, you guys. So I am going to go put it back onto our Hilamau'u crater for now, and we'll do our thing. And keep smiling. And once we come back, we'll take a look at, well, we could do that now. We can take a quick peek over at Mount Ruapehu. And there it is. That's a nice shot of Mount Ruapehu. Let me put this one back on live and make that smaller. And there. Ruapehu. Looks like bacon to me. No worries. Nice snowy Mount Ruapehu. And I like that shot. Looks pretty awesome. And did they have a sunrise? Not much of one. No clouds to really make glow. If we go back and look at it, there we go. Ooh, nice little moon over top of Mount Ruapehu as the sun starts to come up. Interesting stuff. I might as well finish that. And let's go have a look here real quick. And we do see a little bit of activity. Some quakes in the area for Taupo, and hopefully nothing really major, but you know, for a volcano that they downgraded and said it's going quiet, it certainly hasn't done a heck of a lot. And here's the other chart from further to the north, and we don't see that much activity there either. Quick peek at Taupo itself. We'll make that screen really big, and nope, not that one, this one. There you can see there is Lake Taupo. Of course, the entire lake is the caldera, and you can see Mount Ruapehu off in the distance here, the snow caps, and that is awesome. So that is our stuff on this one for now. This scene, of course, compliments of Suncourt Hotel and Conference Center in Taupo, a nice place if you want to go there and have a look. And I guess that is, we'll put that bigger there. That is the picture for a while. I'm going to take a screenshot just so I have that with the little moon over top of it. Bottom of the hour. Yep, it is definitely the bottom of the hour, and I'm trying not to fall asleep. Oh, I want to see if our next one's going to work, and let's see if that'll go, and then I'm going to go for a break. Yep, next one will maybe almost work. We'll see what happens. Get you back over to Hawaii. No, hang on, let's find that Strombolian thing, and we'll put you on to Hawaii. Get rid of that. There we go. There's a hornito, if I ever seen one. Anyway, crinkly lava, and you can get some of that moisturizer Wonky Donkey had to straighten that out. Thank you, Sue, and thanks everyone for those good people who are here. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, give it a quick bop. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel and you're liking the show, please give that a subscribe button a quick bop as well. On that note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to take a break. I will be back in 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. And Sue, same thing goes. If I don't come back, you phone. Wake me up. I'll be back. Here's some music. Oh, just in time. Hang on. Sure, I turn on the microphone, start coughing. Just what everyone wants to hear, right? No, that is not good. Anyway, yeah, I figured I'd throw Yellowstone on there. And thank you for the welcome backs from Sue in Mars 2028. And yep, they do have their new digital camera working a lot better in high definition, super quality, and about time. You know, for a place like Yellowstone, I don't know why they didn't have that done a while ago. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. I had cookies for a snack here during the break. Trying to stay awake. You hit the cough button, Doc. I hear you. Yeah. Apparently, yeah, I got the cough. The coughing and stuff. Anyway, that is a Yellowstone National Park. And Yellowstone, of course, has over 500 wonderful geysers that you can watch. If you haven't been to this website, I did bring the link up there. And you can have a look. I got some interesting stuff on there. And they now have the wonderful high-def camera working. No more 720p, which is really good. I think maybe some of the emails that came in helped. Smoky air in Edmonton? No, actually it's been raining all day here, on and off, and we are going to get more rain for tomorrow. So the air is actually getting cleaned really nicely, and we like that. And hopefully everything will stay away. But anyway, that's all cool. We'll leave that be there in Yellowstone. Let's go over to our next one of interest. And what happened here? Somebody broke Stromboli. Let me see what's going on here. Why did that break? Okay, something went strangely on me. Let me fix this slowly while we're here. We'll remove that. And we'll do a capture on this other one here. And see if we can show Stromboli. It's not very visible right now anyway, but I just figured we'd throw that in there. And we'll get that up there, move the other one out of the way, and see if we can make that slightly larger. And hopefully that'll work, and then we'll put the thermal back in here. And that'll be this shot. Okay. Just do a quick screen grab. And we'll get that up there. There's our thermal. So you can barely see it right there. So Stromboli is doing its thing, but not very, very visible right now, unfortunately. So Murphy's Law and all of the oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'll leave that be. Never mind. I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay, next volcano on our list. Wanted to take a look at Shivelish. And Shivelish is kind of visible today. Let's see, we'll bring that a little bigger. Well, you can see the outside of the caldera there, and not that bad. The actual caldera in here is that dome that you can barely see, if at all, but it is in there, and that is our wonderful Shivelish. I don't know if that'll work and get that bigger. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to see, but there is kind of a dome building up. You can see the edges right there, and on the back side here. So snow covered up in the top, but no snow on the dome area, which stands to reason. It's quite warm, and we'll leave that one be. Let's look at the other view, and this one is a little bit further back, so they got 3 views of it. And what I was interested in is that's still venting in the back there, and apparently it is. So the secondary venting is still happening, and we have the primary stuff coming from the caldera itself, and the small vent on the back side. So interesting, and hopefully nobody takes that the wrong way. We don't endorse looking at the back sides of anything here. Anyway, let's make that bigger. I don't think it gets much bigger, but that's the long distance shot, and you can see the volcano there in the distance. Let's leave that be, and we'll let's see, make that smaller. I'm not sure if we got very good visibility. There's Great Sitkins. Gonna see if no, that just got worse. All right, what about Pavlov? Well, Pavlov doesn't look very happy either. No, definitely not. Just a bunch of rain and some magic rocks floating in the air. Okay, that only happens in Alaska. Those are specks on the camera lens. All right, let's go over to Japan. And no ice cream boat. I was waiting for the ice cream boat to get in. It wasn't showing up. I hate when that happens. Don't you guys? We need the ice cream boat. All right, where is it? There it is. And is that incoming or outgoing? I can't tell. something is either coming or going. We'll take a look at the other things in the meantime. Of course, this is not about the ice cream boat. This is more about taking a look at a Sakurajima. And there is a Sakurajima a little bit closer. And we can see that it is indeed throwing out some of that ash and other fine stuff. Oh, what happened? We are no longer able to go back in their stream. Okay, so they've done something here that is weird. I don't know why they do that, but they no longer allow the us to go back in the recording. I don't know why they do that. What about the other one? Same thing goes for what we see here at the close-up crater. So we only get current shots. We no longer are able to go back that 12 hours. I have no idea why anyone would do that. That is not good. I hope they fix that, because we really do like going back and looking at what the activity was like, because we can't babysit it 24/7. So that is unfortunate that they've taken that route, and hopefully they'll try to fix that. But we'll maybe have to drop them an email. Anyway, that's what we're seeing from there at present, and there's no way we can go back. I don't know why, what kind of reasoning they would use to do that. I bet they don't want people recording it and restreaming it. That is a possibility. You know, that is a possibility. But they set up these sites as educational sites, right? And hopefully, you know, it'll help out, unless somebody has handed the keys over to someone else. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff, though. And this, of course, is nice to see, and what we're seeing there. And no, that is not Sakurajima anymore. That is our wonderful Suwanoshijima. And Suwanoshijima, at least I thought it was. Hang on, I gotta look at something. That doesn't look yeah, no, that is Suwanoshijima, as far as I can tell. Show more. I don't read. Yeah, no, that's a Sakurajima now. Why are they showing Sakurajima on this one? Darn it. At least we can go back in theirs. Mind you, their camera quality is not anywhere near as good as the other one. Let's go to this one then, and we'll see what ASO is doing, and that one we can still go back, and that is all right. And you can see there it's off-gassing as normal. If we go back a little bit and take a look in time, we can see it as continuing to do its thing. There's some raindrops. It was raining in the area, so pretty cool. And that is pretty normal. So that is a small caldera within the huge, large caldera of ASO. And of course, that volcano is a huge volcano, and this is just one active event that they've got there. So the only active event right now. Let's put that back on live, and we'll make that one smaller. We'll go to the next view, and this one is from Asama-san, and I don't know if we can see Asama at all. I don't believe so. Nope, it's in the clouds. So no views of Asama-san. And let's see, what volcanoes did we miss? We missed some volcanoes somewhere. I'm going to fix this up. This was okay. That was, I'm going to make that smaller again. and no ice cream boat, so we'll make that one smaller. We'll come back and take a look if the ice cream boat is in a little while. I forgot to put this one on, a Semaru. Let's see if we can get a Semaru refreshed and working, and we'll do a quick refresh, see if they are up and at it, and it does not look like a Semaru is on. What about the Lava TV cabs? And let's see if they are on. Going to refresh. And no, they're not. But we will go take a look at this in a second. We'll go flip that. This, of course, is Mayon in the Philippines. And you can see some of the lava flow coming down the hill. And let's see if he steadies the camera there somewhere. It's nice to see a little bit of action there. Unfortunately, not the greatest view, but still pretty nice to be able to see that. And that was in the early mornings, and he was, I guess, about I don't know when he actually took that. I wish there was a time on there. It was in the morning, because if we go scan forward, we can see that it did take place there. Let's see, right about here. Yeah, that's the morning sun hitting the plume as it's being lit up from two sources. One, of course, from the sun, and number two from underneath of that lava. So pretty awesome to see that. And Yona is here. Did Yona come in? Welcome, Yona. And nice to have you on board. I didn't see you sneaking in. If you did come in, I don't see you anywhere. Oh, there you are. I see you now, Yona. I am camping in Fjolder, and is awesome. Oh, you're camping. Okay, cool. And hope you stay warm. Camping is a little too cold there for me for camping. I hope you got really warm thermal gear. Anyway, that is there. Let's see if Taal is working today. I knew I forgot a bunch of stuff. And there we go. Alive. No Taal. So nobody is live there. We'll leave that be. Let's put this back over here. And that, of course, is our Helma Umau crater. I got to get back on the right screen. We'll leave that on while I read the volcano report, and then we'll see what we can do. A volcano report. There we go. For late Tuesday's volcano activity, 7 volcanoes, and we'll start out with Sabancaya, continuous ash emissions to 23,000 feet, 7,000 meters. Reported at 1930 last night. And Suwanoshijima in Japan erupted to 6,000 feet or 1,800 meters, reported at 2000. Sangay in Ecuador, volcanic ash emissions seen in satellite imagery to 20,000 feet or 6,100 meters, reported at 2115. And then we had Shivalish, Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia, volcanic ash to 12,000 feet, 3,700 meters, reported at 2,200. Mayon on Luzon Island in the Philippines, volcanic ash to 11,000 feet, or 3,400 meters at 2,300. And Nevado del Ruz in Colombia, volcanic ash to 19,000 feet, 5,800 meters, reported at 2,300. Fuego in Guatemala, volcanic ash in the webcam, reported at 23:15. If the volcanic ash is in the webcam, get it out. You need some of that air, and just give it a few squirts. That'll clear it out. Anyway, let's see. Wednesday's volcanic activity: 11 volcanoes. Reventador in Ecuador. Let's see, volcanic ash to 14,000 feet or 4,300 meters reported at 1:15 a.m. Ibico on the Paramashir Island, Kuril Islands, Russia. Eruption to 10,000 feet or 3,000 meters reported at 2:15 a.m. Kilauea, we already seen the report on that from 2:59 a.m. Suwanoshijima in Japan reported or erupted to 6,000 feet, 1,800 meters reported at 6 a.m. and exploded a volcanic ash, a cloud unknown height reported at 1,300. Nevado del Ruiz in Colombia, volcanic ash or possible volcanic ash emissions reported at 7:15 a.m. Sabancaya in Peru, continuous ash emissions to 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters reported at 7:30 this morning. Mayon and Luzon Island in the Philippines, continuing activity, volcanic ash observed to 9,000 feet, 2,700 meters, reported at 8:15 a.m. Popocatépetl, central Mexico, volcanic ash observed to 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters, reported at 8:45. And then Sangay in Ecuador, volcanic ash emissions continue to 23,000 feet, 7,000 meters, reported at 9 a.m. Volcanic ash emissions possible reported to 1515, sorry. And Fuego in Guatemala, sporadic emissions of volcanic ash reported at 11:15. Ibu on Halmahera Island in Indonesia, ground reported of a eruption with a volcanic ash to 7,000 feet or 2,100 meters, reported at 11:30. And that is it for that report. And that's 3 minutes, and that's pretty quick there, Sue. I did, what is it? 18 volcanoes in 3 minutes. Anyway, all good. I am going to go, and I'm dead tired, so that is one of those things. Hey, Debbie Brady, welcome, and you don't have to worry. Oh, I was going to say you don't have to worry that C&D boy isn't here, but he came back. Careful, Debbie, he's dangerous. He makes mistakes. Sue, thank you very kindly for sending that report in. That is all awesome. And thank you. And it is a time for me to take another break. And I'm going to basically wrap it up in the next half hour. I need to go lay down. My body just is saying, you're out of energy. It's time to just relax. So I'm going to try to do that, and we'll see what we can do in the next half hour. I'll see if we can. Well, we've got earthquakes, we've got the SO2 report, and of course the weather. And I think I'm going to skip the weather completely today. We'll just do earthquakes and the SO2, and then we'll wrap her up. So anyway, here's some music. I'll be back, and don't go away. More to come. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and I hopefully will not fall asleep during the break. Speedy EQs and the coldest temps. Yeah, we'll just peek at the SO2 report, and then we'll just find the coldest temperatures. Here's some music. I'll be back. And there we go. What? Is off the roster due to tiredness. Can only fly if not tired. Thank you for the welcome back, Sue. Major Tom is not here. Isn't he the one who got lost in space? Oh boy. I'm too tired to think about that. Anyway, let's go do a really quick view of the earthquakes. And fortunately, there really aren't that many quakes around. We got 4.2 there at, where is that? Let's take a look at that. And that is on the Kamchatka Peninsula from 1307, 188.4 kilometers down. We got another one here near Rat Island, 4.1, 6:15 a.m., 10 kilometers down for that. And moving along, here's a bigger red one, and that is a 3.1. Canay Peninsula, I think is what it is there. And that's from 1857. Let's keep moving. Don't see anything new or huge down here along the San Andreas. We see another one down here in Nicaragua, 4.8, 1540 was the time on it, 91.1 kilometers down. Nothing crazy over there in the Caribbean. Nothing there in Chile and that area, nothing out at the South Sandwich Islands. This is going a lot faster than I need it to be. There we go. Nothing over on, let's see, where are we here? New Zealand. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for the welcome back, Bob. And okay, I hear you, DrFox2000 from Sharon Stewart. All right, we have two quakes there in the Kermadec Island region, 5.0 from 1801, 50.6 kilometers down. The other one is a 5.5 from 1053, from 13.7 kilometers down. We do have one in Fiji, 4.4 from 1336. And going over, looking at the Papua New Guinea area, we have this one, 4.8, yesterday's 2310, 35.3 kilometers down. Banda Sea area, or Tanam Bar, as they call it there, 3:09 a.m., 4.5 from 36.3 kilometers down. And where is that? This is Bali. I don't know. That's right in between islands. 4.5, and that is Lombok, Indonesia area, and 2034 yesterday for that guy, 10 kilometers down. This 4.4 from today at 4:48 a.m., 606.5 kilometers down for that. That's a long way down. This one here is a 4.5 Tobelo area, and that is from 1209, 95.4 kilometers down. Looks like in Taiwan they had one 4.4, 1758 is the time, 28.8 kilometers down. Nothing else. We got the Kamchatka Peninsula already. And the rest does not score. So boom, we're done with earthquakes. I'm going to skip Hawaii today. I'll just zoom in there, look, and see if we see anything new. Most of everything has dissipated. Actually, let's just curiosity, 2.0 from 1843 for that guy, 25.6 clicks down, and this one is a 1.9. From 9:19 a.m., 3.4 kilometers below sea level. We'll leave Pahala for another day. A couple more over here on the other side of Mount, what the heck is it? Mount, oh boy, McKay? No, something like that. Anyway, a couple in odd places. I'll leave that be. I'm too tired to think. SO2 map, real quick. We're going to find it first. Where is it? There it is. Gonna, yeah. Mauna Kea. There you go. Thank you. And I had to figure that out. I don't know if you've seen that, but we've got rain from now till tomorrow afternoon. Normal SO2 levels from and I call it normal because we have a lot of stuff erupting on the Kamchatka Peninsula, northern Alberta and British Columbia. The fires are burning up there. Edmonton region, you see this circulation, we are getting that rain, so it's helping clear the air for us. And Saskatchewan has got some fires still going up north there as well. Looks like the rest of Canada, with the exception of Quebec, is doing fairly well. Looking at the U.S. western or eastern side is not too bad. Could be a little lighter, but really not that heavy. Western regions are pretty good. And down here in Mexico, because of Popocatépetl and that circulation, we are seeing it kind of going around and around. So hopefully they'll get some rain there to wash some of that away. Sliding down, looking at Central America and Colombia, still moving into the Pacific region. And we see this from Chile and I guess this other one. We're still seeing this. There's still some SO2 being emanated from that area right around, I guess, Easter Island area, if you want to call it that. Still some there, but we see most of that gone into the Atlantic Ocean. This is from, what is it? Michael, a volcano down here, South Sandwich Islands. And I'm not sure what the heck this plume is still doing here. Hopefully it'll be okay. And looking really quickly, looks like we've got more SO2 coming out of White Isle volcano. It's not bad in Australia today. Tofu is still there. Yasur is still doing its thing. Aoba Gawa still working away. We do see Papua New Guinea still pretty normal. Luotolak, Simaru, Marapi, and Krakatau are doing most of that damage. Ibu and Dakono not so heavy today, and of course that is coming from Hawaii, and we still haven't had any rain over top of that, so it's still there. And looking at what we've got here, not bad for the Japanese islands. Philippines looks like they picked up the pace, and I'm not sure if there's more off-gassing happening from Taal. It certainly looks like it could be, and of course that is a pretty heavy duty, and Mayon and Bulasan over here are working away as well, creating those plumes. Pretty normal for China. And we got Suwanoshi-jima doing its thing. Sakurajima, a big heavy duty SO2 output. ASO, also very heavy duty output from there. And moving up to Tokyo area, you can see Tokyo, but you can also see this area up here. That's from Asama. And let's see what else we got on here. India, pretty normal looking. The gold refineries are still smelting. Goma 1 and 2 still doing their thing. Can't tell where Urta Ale is. Oil refineries on these various places here, Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, and of course Saudi Arabia. And what happened? Where's all our SO2 from this place? This, of course, is Mount Etna, so not so much SO2 there for those guys. The rest looks okay. So that is all good. Let's take a look at the weather really quickly. And I'm not going to do a heck of a lot of searching. You know, we're going to just look at it in general. If it'll work for me, come on, zoom in and try going somewhere. There it is. Okay, so Alaska looks pretty normal, still a warm up in the Yukon and Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. Looks like Saskatchewan has got the heat wave today. Alberta's a lot cooler. Edmonton only showing 11 degrees right now. Vancouver's 15, so that is awesome. We see the heat all the way down here from Texas, coming up through central the U.S. And we'll just take a quick peek here. I see temperatures of 41 degrees there in Death Valley area, so pretty hot. And hopefully it's not going to kill anyone. Mexicali 35, Phoenix sitting at about 35, Las Vegas about 30, and Death Valley, yeah, I'm waiting for that too, Sue. It's a slow, yep, a 38. Okay, it's you got it, it's there. And Albuquerque is like 30. We are seeing San Antonio 34, 33. Houston 31, Austin 31, and Dallas is 28, and then going up to Oklahoma City, and we see about 27. I'm looking at some of these really high temperatures. Here we've got up to 40 degrees in Mexico, and we do see those there, and even over on the other side. So Mexico is indeed heating up a whole bunch. And let's see, do we see 40s down here? Yep, 41, 42 degrees. So Mexico is holding that record right now, 42 for the high. And let's just zoom out a little bit. I'm going to leave the rest of the stuff there. Looks like the cold is still pushing up into Brazil, and not so good for those good people there. Let's see, Paysandu about 6 degrees. Looks like Rio's got a circulation just off their coast, but yeah, a lot of cold air there. And New Zealand, not very warm. Christchurch coming in at 12, Wellington 12, Auckland sitting at 13, and Taupo probably about 7 or 8. We see the circulation kind of wonky there. Must have been a donkey around. Hobart coming in at about 11, and we see about 14, 15 in Melbourne. That's not that bad. 12 over in Adelaide, 15 in Sydney, and 18 over there in Brisbane. Perth coming in at 18. Moving up here, looks like Java is still very nice temperatures. Singapore is about 27, and we see about 29 degrees there. Thank you, Sue, in Bangkok, and we see about 30 in Manila right now. Looking at Japan, Kagoshima coming in at about 23, sliding up to Tokyo, wherever that is. There it is, 25 degrees. Not so bad. And India is still getting hot. And this Biparjoy still has not made landfall. I'm surprised at that. It is still churning out in the water. It's getting closer though, causing more activity closer to the shore, but it is what it is. Looks like up to about 37 degrees in Saudi Arabia, as well as Oman. I'm looking for high temperatures here, 38. Yeah, I think Mexico still has everyone beat with that 41 degrees. Let's take a quick peek and see what Piggy's temperature is there. About 21 degrees there for Piggy. I'd say close to it anyway. 21, there you go. And let's go over here. Quick peek around Redanzo. We're seeing about 15 degrees or so. So that is pretty awesome. Thanks, Sue. Let's see, Naples 20, Rome 17, Milano 18, Madrid is 19, Lisbon is 18, going up. Tanto's home about 17 now, 19 in Paris, Munich is 12, 14, and Frankfurt, Cologne 17. Yvonne's a place about 15, 16, and Amsterdam 17, Berlin 13, 13 in Hamburg, Copenhagen 15, and about 13 there in Aarhus, and seeing about 14, 15 in Oslo, 13 in Stockholm, 12 there in St. Petersburg, and Moscow coming in at 13. London, real quick, 15 degrees, looks warmer over in Wales though. Leeds 11, Glasgow coming in at 14, Aberdeen sitting at 12, and Dublin is about 12 on the other side of the island, about 16 or so. And there we go, and that is pretty awesome. And let's see, Reykjavik coming in at 12 degrees. Wow, that is warm for them, and that is pretty nice. Okay, so that is what we've got going on there for weather. Just a real quick peek at precipitation, and yeah, we see Alaska, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and of course here in Alberta, where we've got that major system sitting on top of us, giving us rain for the next day and a half, and we need it. So also looking at the lows out in the Pacific and that are coming. Western portion of the U.S., they've got a system in there, not organized, but it's doing its thing. Southern portions here, we do see storms going across anywhere from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and of course Georgia, South Carolina right now. Looks like a little better for Grandma B up there. But once we get up north of New York, not looking so good. Looks like a big storm stuff going on there. So hopefully that won't affect too many people, but Boston, New York, and the New Hampshire area, and New York State, of course, and what else is up there? Going up into Maine as well. And we see more stuff out there for Sue is probably getting a little bit of rain there as well. Anyway, zooming out, we see normal stuff in Brazil and the northern portions of South America, and we see that upward push here, pushing all that warm air north. We do see some stormy activity from Rio de Janeiro down almost to the border with Uruguay. Looks like still going to be a day of clear skies, or relatively clear skies for New Zealand, and we see some rain in Australia and the coastal areas, and Tasmania's got a bit, nothing too crazy. And of course, if you pick a place here in Indonesia and Papua New Guinea and those areas, and the Philippines, it's raining. And here's that system off the coast of Japan still churning away, and that is a low there, and they got another low up top there causing more grief for them. Hopefully that'll be over. And there's that storm, and it's our wonderful Bai Parjoy doing its thing. It's really hammering out the system there. We'll see what happens once it gets a little closer. South Africa got some rain. The Central African areas rain as well, and it looks like not so much rain for Greece, but Italy is definitely getting hit, and they've got a lot of rain, and same with Sicily. So and Albania, those places are getting some rain a little further inland as well. Hopefully that'll be okay for them, and we don't see too much in most of Europe. And it looks like not so bad there in Iceland. We do see that rain patch. Hopefully that'll dissipate and it won't be too bad. And of course, Greenland. Snow and ice rain. What else do you want? Okay, let's find the coldest temp on the planet. And the coldest temp right now, I don't know, is going to be somewhere. I see a minus 65 already, minus 62 there, a 67, 68. I see a minus 68, minus 68. Where's a minus 68 there again? 69, a minus 69. I see a minus 70 in here. And what else do we have? Anything colder than a minus 70? Oh, I see a minus 71, a minus 72, minus 73 right there. A minus 73. Okay, I'm calling minus 73 as the cold temp, and it's a tie. Congratulations, Sue, and thank you for doing that. 73 is the number to beat, and we got minus 73. It's a tie. Leaving it as that for today, ladies and gentlemen. Putting it back onto a live from Kilauea, or Helima crater. And thank you everyone for being here today. We're going to wrap it up early. I'm going to get an hour's nap, and I need that sleep. So please take care of yourselves and do what you need to do. Keep smiling and be good. And I want to say thank you everyone for being here. A big thank you to our moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy and C&D Boy and Gary 24/7 Live, Visit Skies, as well as Mona Lisa Smiles, Joseph Fields, Texas, and Lucas Snow. Thanks all the moderators. And thank you to Grandma B for gifting that one gift membership. That is the only gift we have there today. So no super chats, don't need to worry about that. And on that, thank you, Sue, for sending in the reports. I really do appreciate that. And on that, a friendly note, it's a time for me to wrap it up, and we're going to make this quick because I'm going to go get some an hour's sleep. I really do need to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to function. Last night I went to bed at 11, got up at 5:30 this morning, so 6.5 hours of sleep. I think I need about 7.5, or at least 7. Anyway, be good, be kind, take care of yourselves. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for supporting the stream. And remember, you're all part of our wonderful lava family. Take care and be safe. And please, the biggest thing that I always say, please, please, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Good night and take care, and oink oink.